Hi everyone, my name is Sakiwe Tuni. I work for an organization called Reconnect. Reconnect is a non-profit organization whose core business is assisting sports stars, former sports stars, and anyone who may be in need of it through a process called career transitioning. Career transitioning is the next step after retirement. In many instances, sports stars may have to leave school very early to pursue their sporting careers. Leaving school very early may lead to a lot of challenges at retirement. This is where, mostly after losing their wealth, you will find that they struggle through life. This is due to the fact that they have no other skills, they have no work experience, and they may therefore be driven straight to destitution. Destitution is a state of being unable to do anything for yourself. This is the state that may then lead them to substance abuse, which will therefore push them to probably substance abuse and depression, and to others it may also lead to suicide. This is where Reconnect might come in for guidance and assistance or advices in the name of career transitioning. Here we try and advise these guys as to what's best to do after career transitioning. Career transition may be forced due to a number of things. For an example, you can be forced to transition due to injury. You can be forced to transition due to lack of contracts. So it does not necessarily mean you will be retiring at old age only. You can retire due to the lack of contracts or injuries, as I'm saying. Then the process also is not very easy to these guys, as these guys are not used to working a 4 to 5 shift of work, as they are used to training in the morning and going back to sleep or going back home. So this might not be a very easy, as their systems are not used to working long hours and expecting very little salaries like everyone else. So these assistants may include a number of stages where, for an example, we might have to motivate them to come up and find assistance and advices as to what to do when they retire. This could be if coaches were at the same time sports psychologists. This is a sports psychologist program where you could assist these guys before retirement as to what plans do they have for their retirement, because they might not be aware of their time of retirement, or probably what they could be able to do when they think of retiring. So the best way is try and find out even before they stop playing. So it is very important that these guys are guided, in particular where investments are concerned, retirement plans, injury insurances, for an example. These are the issues where we need to advise them and assist them, because more than advising them after, it is important that we create awareness campaigns so that these guys, by the time they get into these careers, they are aware of what will happen at retirement. So that if you choose not to find yourself a retirement plan, so that it can keep you after retirement, or whatever that may cause you to retire at that particular time. So the most important thing is we must establish more awareness campaigns as to invest properly and establish those kinds of controlled, the kinds of retirement plans that are controlled, whereby probably when they are distributed, they could be distributed on a monthly basis, for an example, something of that nature. So it is very important for them to know even before they leave to go and play. The first stage that's important, it is to motivate them, as I've said before, that there's a platform like this one, Reconnect, where we advise them through career transitioning, career choices, investments, uh, so that they don't think it's the end of the world. The second stage may have to do with what I've just mentioned, which is accepting the fact that I have to retire. You know, people may not understand that you need some kind of therapy when you have to do something that you are not used to doing, such as working longer hours than you are used to, and having to do things that you never really expected to do, or having to go back to school when you thought that you will never have to go back to school. You know the changes that will come with retirement. So it is important that we bring in psychotherapy, people who will help us understand what the processes that we'll be going through the guys during this process of retirement. The other stage that's so important would have to do with skills audit. The last school you attended, the last grade you attended, as much as time will be against you, but it is important for us to do skills audit on top of skills audit. Then we could find how to develop your skills so that we find a skill that is suitable for you, that you could fit in very well. But most of all, in that aspect, we will try and push the guys to go back to school as much as we can, so that we could resuscitate their original dreams. Those dreams where 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 you thought of being a policeman, for example, you thought of being a lawyer, you thought of being a policeman, you thought of being, you see, so those kinds of dreams that you had when you were still in primary. So it is important for us to look into those aspects. That is, see if you still have those dreams and try and resuscitate those dreams. Push people to go back to school as much as you can, because it is the best way as far as career transitioning is concerned. As much as we will find careers that are suitable for certain individuals and certain stages of life, where we will try our level best to assist people to establish their own businesses and run their own businesses, and teach them and teach them how to run their own businesses, and anything that they could do after retiring. As I've said, our main solution to this, firstly, it is establishment of awareness campaigns, so that when you get in, as I've mentioned it before, it is important that you get in knowing where will you be choosing, what you will be choosing, and where will you be ending. Then there's a possibility of retirement. It might take you more 30 years to play, it might take you 10, it might take you 5, it might even take you 2 years. But it is very important for us to create retire in fact to establish awareness campaigns. The other one that's very important in these stages of this career transition process is trying to find work experience alongside the lessons of learning how to run your own businesses, mostly as there is very little employment that you could find in our days. But it is very important sometimes to just become your own boss, as you might not be having uh, the experience of long shifts at work. For an example, this program is the first of its kind, and it might then be difficult for people to understand, but we will try and articulate it as much as we can, because we believe that our sports stars may need it mostly. But as we grow, we are hoping soon people will understand what they really need and what we can bring forward as Reconnect regarding retirement and continuing with life. So it is very important that we try our best to reach where we can reach as much, so that people may know. We believe this is the first of its kind, but if you look at the sports itself, you'll find that even in Europe, they have the same struggles. After retirement, they will lose their wealth, and they will not be able to do anything, which is what I've just mentioned as a destitution. So, therefore, this program hopefully will reach anyone that thinks needs to be assisted regarding career transitioning. There are more programs where this is from that are related to sports development, as we wish to utilize sports for poverty eradication and other stuffs. Sports may assist us in issues such as self-esteem issues, whereby due to our capacities in sports and skills, we will be able to grow mentally and other aspects. We will, most importantly, we will be guided by your responses through our WhatsApp numbers and Facebook pages, as to what exactly is relevant and needed for us to discuss in this. But mostly we do a lot of programs that are sports developing and coaching programs. So please don't forget to subscribe and like, so that we can grow and marketing these programs that we feel that our country needs, and we will not really expect government to be doing everything for us. We could do as Reconnect is trying to do. Reconnect's main goal is trying to source funding so that we may expand our services. This is the main one. That is, our main goal is find funding and resources so that we may expand. The program was started around 2015, but at a very small scale. It's not really growing because it's not easy for people to understand the concepts and therefore finding funding for it to expand to where it's supposed to be. We know for a fact that for now the office is still in Amtata. We are hoping to grow all over the country and the world if possible. So we so wish that everybody got a, a nice understanding of the objective of Reconnect, in the sense that if we could find funding, we could try and make sports a career where we are sure that our people will not go back to the drains due to loss of wealth and lack of investments, and other aspects that come through with sporting. We will try and consult specialists, and leaders where where we will get proper advices, such as career consultants and investment specialists, so that we guide our people properly and we find the proper solutions. We are hoping that we will find the real solution and we will therefore be able to develop and grow our sports towards our expectations. Thank you for watching. We will see you on our next episode. Thank you.